Hey everybody, good morning on this blustery and chilly New England day. So today is part 2 of the Trickle Charger Solar Saga. And what I did is I went ahead and took that other solar panel and I sent it back because the charge controller wasn't working properly and I wasn't happy with that. So I ordered another one that was about twice the cost, but I do like the looks of it. So why don't we get out of the cold, head into the van, and see what we got. Okay, geez, it's still chilly in here too, but it's a lot better in here than it is outside. The wind is picking up like crazy. It's going to be really windy today. Hey, that's December. It is what it is. So let me show you what I did. I went and ordered this panel. Now the last one, like I said, I wasn't happy with because the charge controller indicator lights were not operating properly. So what I did is I ordered this. And this box shows you this is a Sooner Power Solar Battery Charger Pro. And again, it's a 20-watt solar panel. And this is it right here. And as you can see, it has a plastic casing instead of an aluminum frame going around it. And look at this. Just by sitting in a little bit of light up here, you can see it's flashing green. And I'll tell you what these indicator lights mean, which is like 4 different setting of indicator lights. This one being number 1, which tells you that the panel is working properly. It is getting sun, but it isn't charging anything. It's not hooked up. So what it also came with, of course, is the cable, some instructions, and some other connectors, just like the previous solar panel. Here we have the alligator clips, which I may or may not use, and then there's also a cigarette lighter adapter. Now the cigarette lighter adapter, that will work if you have a 12-volt connection that is active, meaning if you turn your engine off and you plug your phone into that 12-volt connector and your phone will charge, then you can use this solar panel and plug it into that port. But I don't plan on doing that. I'm going to hardwire it to the battery just like I did with the other one. But I have an extra step this time because the cable that is used for that, as you can see, does not have any eyes on it. So what I did is I went down and I bought 3 eyes. I like buying 1 extra just in case. And these will fit over the battery terminal. And I'm going to go ahead and connect these to that cable. So let's go ahead and go down to my shop and connect these terminals to the wire. So in order to put this terminal on the wire, we're going to have to clamp it down. And I can see right now, these are a little bit long. So I'm just going to go ahead and snip off a little bit. Like so. A little bit, as you can see. So it's only about, I just snipped off like 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. And then you take the eyelet and put it on the wire, like so. And then using this part here, I can go ahead and seal that eyelet over the wire, like so. And go ahead and squeeze it on down. And now, as you can see, that is not going anywhere. And now I'll do it to the next one. Take the eyelet, put it over it like so. Take the pliers. Oh. Squeeze it down. And now what I have is 2 terminal connectors that'll work perfectly with that battery. So let's go ahead and go up and put these on the battery, and then I have my connector connected. Alrighty, so as you can see, I went ahead and connected the positive terminal, and over here I have the negative terminal. And what it's going to do is I'm going to come up this way underneath the cup holder. And I also went ahead and put this extension cable on, and I'm going to go ahead and check the voltage on it to make sure it is the right polarity. So give me a moment and I'll set that up. Check that out. That's looking pretty good. I'm getting 12.18 with the connection, so this should be the right polarity. Okay, before I continue, what I want to talk about is the indicator lights on this panel. Now, going by the directions, I have the manual here, or literature I should say. If it's flashing green, that means it's getting adequate sun. If it's off, that means the sunshine is not sufficient. So let's go ahead and test it. As you can see, it's flashing green. By blocking the sun with the shades, you can see that the light is not flashing. Now, if I open up these shades, look, it starts flashing automatically. So, if it doesn't do anything, insufficient sun. If it's flashing, we're getting sun. And the other indicator lights are red, and here's what it says. If the red is flashing, that means that it's charging the battery. Or working, what it says exactly, is working to charge the battery. They call it activated, meaning that it's working on charging something, whereas the flashing green means you're getting sunlight, but you're not charging anything. If the green is always bright, solid, that means that the battery is fully charged. And if it's red always, that means that there's an error, that the connection is either reverse polarity or some type of short circuit. So what I'm going to do right now is connect this to the cable that I just connected to the battery, and we'll see what it does. But before I connect it, let's go ahead and check my battery levels here on the one place. Okay, so right now it is saying the battery is 12.1. So we should see a rise in that once I connect the battery to the solar panel. Now, as you can see, I just have it sitting on the seat. It is partially blocked by the mirror where the sun is coming in through the front windshield. But right now it is flashing red, which means that it is charging the battery. And if I check the one place right now, the battery level has not risen yet, but we'll give it a little chance. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set this solar panel on the dash, like so. And right now, the one place has already gone up to 12.2. 12, yeah, it actually is flickering toward 12.3. So that's pretty good. I just did it, and already there's a slight change. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sitting on the dash, and the light is flashing red right now. So it does work fine coming through the windshield. Okay, so I think so far this panel is a heck of a lot better than that panel I tested on the previous video. So I'm going to let this sit where it is for now. I just checked my battery level, and it's 12.3 on the one place panel. So we'll go ahead and let it do its thing. Right now it's about 5 till 11. I'm going to let it sit there for an hour because the sun is right there, and then I'll go ahead and check it again. So we'll get back to this here in a moment. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, and this thing is still blinking red. You can see I propped it up a little bit so that it was more direct to the sun. It's still blinking red, but after checking the one place, the battery is sitting at 12.9 right now. So I'm gonna let it do its thing for the rest of the day and see what happens. But before I close out this video, I want to go over a couple finer points of this panel that the literature talks about. All right, so I've just come back inside because it is way too cold outside. And the solar panel is working great. I'm going to show you how it's connected right now. I just have it sitting up on a dash. You can see I propped it up with a couple towels. And the cable comes down, and you can see I have my extension cable connected, and it runs out from the side of the cup holder, so I can disconnect this anytime and just leave this. I'll put it under the mat or something like that out of the way. But that way there, the cable doesn't get tangled up in the feet or anything like that. And I'll find a place to put the solar panel. I might even get a little bag for it so it doesn't get scratched up or whatnot. But I must admit that panel is working awesome. I'm way happier with this particular brand and this particular panel than I was with the other one. So let's talk about some of the points that are made on the literature. What it says, it's a high efficient mono crystalline solar panel cells that work great. It says in all days, but that's a little typo, I think. Built-in innovative MPPT technology with a high tracking efficiency up to 95%. But what it has is a smart 3-stage charging algorithm, and to better charge and maintain the battery, LED work status indicator, and it's IP65 waterproof design. And what it says is no worry to place it outside in all seasons. That remains to be seen. So those are basically the high points of this. Mostly that, one, it has a smart charger on it, and two, that it has a IP65 rating, which is pretty good. And it is sealed. I like the frame that's on it. I don't have to worry about scratching my dash because it is plastic, whereas the other frame on the previous video, that solar panel was aluminum. So far, so good. I'm really happy with it. So if you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. As I always say, all the best to all, and happy adventuring.